So let's talk about the throat center and human design again, because in this video we're going to be talking about the voices of the throat center. So in my previous video, I talked about one of the things that's really important for manifestors and manifesting generators is connecting with your voice. So the way that I like to do that is actually utilizing the voices of the throat center, which is what we're going to be going over in this video. So hello, if you are new here, my name is Ebony. I am a human design reader, expert, and coach. And today we're talking about the voices of the throat center. So I want to let it be known that even if you do not have a defined throat center, you can still utilize these prompts, I guess, for the gates that you have defined in your undefined throat center. So the way that this works is the gates that you have defined, these are the affirmation stems that you can use when you're journaling, when you're writing out your affirmations, when you're just speaking to people in general. These are how each of the gates of the throat center actually communicate and what you're doing when you're using these gates. So, pull up your human design chart, look at the throat center gates that you have defined, and then, match them to what I'm about to say. Okay, so gate 62 speaks with I think, right? I think. When you're speaking with gate 62, you are sharing your perspectives. You're sharing how you see something, how you see the information being organized in your head. So I do this a lot because I have this gate defined, right? So this is just you sharing your perspective. When someone asks you, hey, what do you think about this? Oh, well, I think, right? So I think is the voice of gate 62. Gate 23 is I know. I know, because gate 23 is sharing your insights. And I want to make it, let's mind around a little bit. 62 is reaching towards the Asha Center, right? It's your opinions, right? It's how you see things. Gate 23 is also reaching towards the Ajna Center. This is your insights. This is what you know to be true, right? This is your specific beliefs around something, and you're stating it like, this is what I know to be true, right? Gate 56 is I believe. I believe. This is you sharing your stories, right? You're sharing the stories behind your ideas, right? So if you're talking about, like for me, I share a lot of stories around how human design has helped me, how I utilize human design in my life. Like, those are the things that I believe, and my stories behind my beliefs are what I am saying in my videos. So the voice of gate 56 is I believe. Gate 35 is I feel, right? Gate 35 is reaching towards the solar plexus. It's all about feeling, right? It's sharing your brain fart. Sharing your emotions. It's sharing your emotions with the people around you. So connecting with gate 35 is sharing how you're feeling. I feel, right? Gate 12 is I am capable. Gate 12 is also reaching towards the solar plexus center, and this is sharing what you feel you are able to do, what you feel you are capable of being or doing in this moment, right? So gate 12 is I am capable. So you share what you feel you can do or you want to do right now. Gate 45 is I have, right? This is reaching towards your heart center. This is you sharing your resources, right? Like, I have this thing, let me share it with you. Or I've seen, such and such and so and so, and this is how it relates to this, right? So it's sharing resources. It's directing people to the things that are going to help them get to where they want to go, right? So gate 45 is I have. Gate 33 is I remember. With gate 33, you are sharing your reflections on things that have happened in your past or in the past of other people that you have heard about. So you're sharing stories, and you're sharing them from the perspective of, I remember when this happened, right? This happened, and then this happened, and then this is how I know what I know, right? So you are sharing your reflections on things that have already happened and sharing that wisdom through stories. So I remember, right? Gate 8 is I contribute. Gate 8 is reaching towards the G center, So this is about expressing yourself. What are you contributing to the conversation, right? What interest of yours, what way of being, or what way of expressing yourself are you going to contribute to the conversation, or to, the climate, or, whatever it is that's going on. So 8 is I contribute. I contribute by, or I can contribute this, right? Connecting to gate 8. Gate 31 is I lead. And gate 31 is also reaching towards the G center. And this is where you are sharing the direction that you are going in, right? So if you're moving into a different field, you would say, I lead by doing this thing. Or I lead others through, insert thing here, right? So you are sharing, what are you doing? What direction are you going in? What is this thing that you are helping people through? So I lead, or I lead by, or I lead with, right? Gate 20 is I am. Gate 20 is a gate that operates in the present moment, right? So it's all about sharing what is on your heart right now. So like, I am this person now, or I am doing this thing now, right? It's I am, it's present, it's active, right? This is also an action gate. So connecting with this gate, you can do it through voice, or you could just do it through action. Like, I'm just going to go do this thing, right? So that's gate 20 is I am. And then finally, gate 16 is I identify with. And this is when you are sharing what you have mastered. You're sharing what you have learned, right? So I identify with being an expert in blank. I identify with being a person who knows about blank, right? What are you identifying with, right? What have you mastered? So it's I identify with being, or I identify with knowing blank. So those are the voices of the throat center. And the way that I like to do this, I actually have 5 gates defined in my throat center. So I personally like to journal. I will look at my defined gates. I'll look at what the stems are, and every day I'll just write I think, and then I'll just write what I think about anything and everything. Sometimes I'll have prompts, right? Like, what journal prompts did I write on today? Oh, I was actually doing some journaling around my undefined crown center today. And what was the question that let me find it. You know what? No. Oh, I was asked, the prompt was, what thoughts am I having that actually don't matter? Like, what am I ruminating on that actually doesn't matter? And I was like, well, I think this thing that's been, bouncing around in my head really isn't important. So I'm not sure why it's, and I just wrote like 2.5 pages about this thing that wasn't really important, but for some reason I couldn't shake and get it out of my head. And once I wrote it down, it was done. Like, I can't even remember what the thing was, which is hilarious. But that's what I will do. I love to journal. But you could also say this out loud. Like, you could make affirmations using these stems. Be like, I think blah, 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 blah. Or I am capable of da-da-da-da. And I lead through da-da-da-da. So using these stems, these sentence stems, I guess, are the way that I like to connect with my throat center. I like to do journaling, but you can do them out loud. And yeah, that's what I like to do. I will link my gate playlist if you have not seen it. I do have a few of the throat center gates up. I will also link the video to the experiment if you're interested and want to join. And I will see you in the next video.